Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. So, as you know, with us approaching Valentine's Day, and obviously there'll be love all around for many people or not, you know. So I thought to share with you all today, basically, what I want to do is the love tug video and some other, hopefully, fun and games along the way for you guys. So if you want to join in with us and any of you are watching, feel free to follow me to do so by just doing this. If you want to see more of any other updates of what I've been up to and what I usually do of my autism awareness versus health and awareness, you know, the drill, smash the like and comment below, as well as just feeling free to subscribe to my channel if you want to join me on the bandwagon for this, as getting to know me as a person, etc. So let's begin this love tag video. There should be at least 10 questions to follow through, and just to be a note that some of it I'll be probably clarifying some of the definitions to avoid any confusion or misunderstanding to what the real terminology means of certain words when it comes to it. So the first question was, do you believe with love at first sight? Well, as we know, love at first sight is a personal experience for each and one of us, basically, and is quite common type in literature, in everyday literature that we read and whatnot, as well as just a common person characteristic that comes to life, you know, that feels in an immediate or intact with an extreme and everlasting romantic relationship or attraction to that stranger before it grows into something else. But what I believe in, however, if you're wanting to know, I believe in basically infatuation at first sight. Basically, for example, when you're walking when you're invited to obviously a party here, say, and you walk into a room with a group of guys or girls friends and you talk to them and stuff, you know, at a party here, say, then you just decide to point out to one of the guy or girls across the room, saying that, you know, you think that you're in love with that particular someone. But for many times, it takes time for us to get to know that person, actually know if we're really in love or not with that person, as well as just, you know, see what they think. You see, for me, as I've made some form of connection to them, I'm attracting them based on some similarities and differences of what I like and dislike and taste of what life is all about for us both. It takes time. Sometimes I can be yes or no straight away, if, you know, to take it or leave it with the person that I think I'm in love with, you know, or if the particular someone had courage to come up to me and say, you know, would you like to go on a date with me? Sometimes that puts me on the spot, to be frank, and I just tend to just have to have a quick think about it. Sometimes because, you know, me being shy the way I am, sometimes it just takes a lot of courage for me to try and yay or nay is. Number 2 is, what is your favourite love quote? There's a few love quotes here and there that I basically like. One is by George Sand. There's only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. You know, and another one is by a Bible verse, love is patient, love is kind, love is never envious, love is never rude. That kind of Bible verse statement, as well as the last one with the long quote of C.S. Lewis, which I'll break it down to is just real short and brief. Love anything and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you mustn't give it to no one, not even an animal. I'm going to just break it down to that quick short paragraph. You know, what love is all about is being vulnerable and being able to open up to other people, showing who and what we are as a person, you know, and to realise to protect everything around us that we think we're in love with, be it whoever it may be. Number 3 was, who was your first love or crush as a child or teenager? Let's be frank here, I'm going to bring up another definition. Definition of crush, first and foremost, to clarify, is a burning desire to be with someone who finds very attractive and extremely special, or you developed a strong desire for another person. Eventually it might grow into true love, or your feelings may wear away. And the differentiation between true love, however, how I look at it, it's a strong and lasting affection between spouses or partners or lovers who are in a happy, passionate and fulfilling relationship that lasts for many years. So, in answer to your question, did I have any, you know, crushes when I was a young girl or teenager? Well, I didn't start dating at a real late age anyway, you know, the tender age of 16, 17, but then I thought that wasn't real love anyway. And in saying this though, like, before then, I always had some really childhood love crushes, basically, like any girls would or guys would, you know, of famous actors or actresses. Basically, Johnny Depp, Channing Tatum, and I can't remember the other guy right now that I had a crush on. So, yeah. Number 4, definition of lust, or how would you define lust? Lust has many different meanings like every other word in the dictionary. So to me, lust is 1, it's an uncontrolled or an illicit sexual desire or appetite. 2, to have a yearning or desire, have a strong or excessive craving, often followed by or just after. Number 5, does love at first sight exist? I believe love at first sight does really exist. Of course it does. Even though we know over time situations and people do change, however. But then again, people also do fall in and out of love. So therefore, basically, if you were in a true love relationship and you feel that this is the person for you, you'll fight for them as well as being there for them through the thick and thin, and it's just for the good times, because many people now, as I said before, tends to just want just one thing and one thing only. Number 6. What does love mean? Well, I'm not going to go into this, but I will refer you guys to my video on that definition, and I'll link it in the description, as well as the iBar if you want to follow more what it means to me. Number 7. Should we look for love, wait for love, or forget about love until it really happens? To me, I think it's not all about forgetting about it completely, but we can wait for love. Yet I want to say that sometimes we can become so obsessed of love and letting love take over us, then we stop, loving ourselves or focusing on ourselves just because of that obsession. We tend to more likely move on and forget who and what we are and what a beautiful person we are becoming. And another thing is, number 8 is, does age matter in love? Age, in a sense, does matter to me, because as we grow up and sometimes we mature and we see things differently in a different limelight of what love really is, to many of us, as I said before, love has different differentiation of meaning to us. But as we grow and mature, sometimes, some of us may feel that, once we're at a certain point, that we're ready to commit and just, be with that one person, instead of when we were younger, maybe some of us were just chasing around every guy and girl on the planet and just think, this is the way to go. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 9, how would you not get jaded by love, I should say. There's a lot of men and women in these days that has been burnt and scarred from life, from just being rejected and whatnot, about, being in love, and then all of a sudden being just burned and to the crisp of, like, maybe he said that someone has ruined our trust for us, or someone has just ruined us for the desire to just, be that with that one person. Or another food for thought also for many women, many of us may want to have a desire to get married one day, have all those dreams and visions. Some of the females, however, may find it difficult to find the quality in men to date, let alone marry nowadays. We all go through the heartbreaks, disappointments and rejection, etc. And it sure is really painful. But to me, that being said, moving on is essential for us to allow growth and allow us to find the right person, or let love come to us, how so. Being jaded is a real ugly kind of look. Being cynical about our relationships can turn into a real vicious cycle. Therefore, jaded people attract like-minded individuals and keep each other at arm's length, regardless if they don't want to hold the person close to them, regardless. Love is also about having to be at risk, having a healthy and emotional protection around us, positive thoughts and whatnot. Number 9. Or 10 here is, what is your love language? My love language will vary from different situations, be it family, friends, versus just, if I had a crush or what have you, or a person that's in my life as a, boyfriend. But mine is acts of service, quality time, words of information, and touch. 11. Does looks matter? Many people may agree or disagree on this, but I don't believe looks matter. you know, because over time looks will eventually fade away with time, but what's going to strengthen within that time frame when that disappears is our bonding and connection with each other that's shared between us. Sometimes also got to look into the physical attraction versus the chemistry of that person, hearsay as well, as they say also, beauty is the eye on the beholder. Well, this quickly ends a real short video, hopefully, of my Valentine's Day special for you guys, of the love tag video all about love. Smash the like button, comment below. Feel free to share these videos around. Also, don't forget, if you want to join me on the bandwagon of this, feel free to do this video so I can see what your guys' ideas on these questions are, so I can get to know you more. Feel free to, if you want to, as I said, subscribe to my channel, because as I said, if you want to see more of what I get up to, basically, I'm hoping to do this either on the daily or just 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, along with saying this, turn on the notification bell so you can keep up to date with the new content once it comes floating about. Don't forever fret if I'm not around as well when I'm not posting, because I'm usually out and about in the community on Facebook, on certain groups, to support others around me that are like me or just outside of me. So, and all for the day, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Do what love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again. So, ciao for now.